I'm kind of bored.
Me too. We could be cowboys.
Nah, I reckon.
We could solve for X. What'd you get?
Nah, math's not really my thing. I'm not feeling real mathy right now. We could read the autobiography of Malcolm X.
I already read it twice.
I know. We can do the Christmas podcast.
That's the one.
Outfit change. Back in the chairs. You didn't change your outfit.
I was already wearing green because I'm always ready for Christmas.
And I love it. Welcome to Closet Content. My name is Anthony Sims.
My name is Amelia.
Oh, God.
But you already know that.
Yeah. We are bringing you the greatest podcast ever where we ask all the hard-hitting questions like, why is life so expensive? And why am I not dead yet? All the fun stuff. And today, what are we talking about today, Amelia?
Christmas.
The holidays, not just Christmas.
Sorry.
No, really just Christmas, though, because I don't know nothing about Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, or any of that stuff. So we're going to get into some of the traditions, we may do with our families. We're going to talk about some of our memories, maybe some of the good ones, some of the bad ones. I don't have too many bad Christmas memories, do you?
No.
I don't think so. Talk about some movies. We were doing a Christmas King of the Ring, and we're down to the final 8. And I sent Amelia all the results so far, so we'll go over those. And we'll share some stories from other people and what Christmas means to us and the fun things like that. But before we get into that, this is different than usual because I'm not going to be the one asking the questions. Amelia has some questions for me. I don't know what we're going to call this segment. I don't know. I didn't really think of that.
Random questions.
Oh, I like that. Random questions. All right. Well, Amelia, the floor is yours to ask me some random questions.
One. And you don't, mine were timed. You wanted me to answer them as fast as I could. You don't have to do that.
Okay.
If you could acquire anyone's talent, whose would it be? It could be any talent.
Any talent. Any talent. I would probably want who's really good at dancing. Someone who's maybe really good at dancing.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson or Chris Brown, the ability to dance, or I don't know. I like something maybe a talent that would make me some money. I don't know. That sounded kind of spicy. Can I take someone's athleticism?
Yeah, that's a talent.
I want LeBron's athleticism. That's what I would want.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would play basketball. That's what I would do. So, LeBron.
You have the height.
Shout out to boy Bronny.
He's definitely gonna watch this.
He is. He's one of our 7 subscribers. So.
What is the most important lesson you think you've ever learned?
I thought you were gonna ask me something like that. So I started thinking about this earlier. I've not heard these questions before either. Like this is the first time I'm hearing these. I think it's just lessons I learned from my cousin Greg Cuts. But I think that they're just life lessons that, like the importance of communication. You know what I mean? Telling people, the whole plan from start to finish. Not leaving details out, and if you're gonna delegate tasks, like delegate, clear and efficiently. I think that definitely has helped me like just in life. So I think it's just any communication lesson that I've learned from like him, but just not only just saying what you're gonna do, actually following through and doing it. I think that's up there too. So I would say the communication lessons that I've learned from
communication and sticking to your word.
Yeah, not being a fucking fuckboy. So
okay, I like that. If you could swap lives with any one of your friends for one day, who would it be?
Any one of my friends? Man, these are some really good questions. I didn't even know what type of time you're going to be on. So I was like thinking in my head, like, I got to have some answers already done up. If I could swap lives with any one of my friends, who's my richest friend? Tyler McCully. I'm trying to think who lives like a fun life. Like none of my friends with kids. I'm good on that. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is hard.
I thought it was a good question. You have a lot of friends.
This is a really good question. Who does the most fun stuff? I don't know. Who's like my funnest friend? Because I want to be that person.
Are you saying that you're the funnest person you know?
Yeah, 100%. So that's why it's hard to like kind of downgrade. No, I would say my boy Fox. I think Fox, he goes on a lot of cool trips. We're supposed to go to Canada next year. Just to get my passport situation straightened out. But he was in Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken. He does a lot of cool stuff, and I think just knowing him, he's told me about things he's done as like a kid, so um, he's always like traveled a lot. So
I was actually gonna say Fox, but I didn't want to answer for you.
yeah,
But
thank you.
I just thought that he does fun
He
things,
does.
and he doesn't have kids,
Yeah. So
so
shout out to B Fox and Airy, Dr. Airy. So always doing fun stuff.
yeah, and he's with the doctor,
We're
so
actually going to a Sixers game Monday, so
that's
I get to
exciting.
live through Fox
Yeah.
sometime.
What personal quality do you most want to improve?
Uh, uh, I'll say I'm gonna get two. I'm gonna get two. Yeah, I think I was gonna go with that one. I feel like empathy, maybe procrastination.
Oh
I
yeah, that's a good one.
I feel like you're saying I feel like it's tough sometimes for me to feel for other people. I'm getting better at it, not being so robotic with things and
Hmm.
looking at things from other people's points of view. And just procrastination, just when I say I'm gonna do something, like I said earlier, just actually doing it and not putting things off and that type of stuff.
I
So,
told you I was going to ask you five, but I actually have like an extra question because I
okay,
realized I wanted to do a Christmas
I
question.
can't count. I thought that was four, so I'm glad you kept track.
That was four,
Okay,
but I'm like, do I want to ask the Christmas one last?
you could do six.
I have six.
Okay,
I'm just not sure which one I want to ask next.
hmm.
Christmas or not Christmas?
Let's do the Christmas one last.
Okay. This is my favorite question. How many 7-year-olds do you think you could fight off
I
before they
hate you.
overpower you?
Now, like, are they coming one on one? I'm just, you know what I mean, or like they just keep coming.
They just keep coming. Like,
I
how many could you fight off where they completely just overpower you?
I'm saying like at least like 20 to 30, easy. Like I think once I get past 30,
I feel like we should test it.
yeah,
I mean, we know a lot of people with a lot of
if y'all know some
kids.
7-year-olds and they want to run the fade,
Actually,
I'm not hard to contact.
most of my friends' kids are
Yeah, set it
6.
up. We can set
So
up.
guess what? Next year,
We're gonna set this up next year for the anniversary special. We're gonna set it up because this is the anniversary episode. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I think I could fight probably like 20 or 30 of them. I think by then it would be too many. You know what I mean? Some biting. They will start to kind of. I think initially they're all gonna be on their own type time. But I think sooner or later they'll get the teamwork aspect down and they'll start to really start to gel.
write
But
down your answer just in case it ever
yeah,
happens.
yeah, yeah.
So we
But if
remember.
I get jumped and then only a dozen, then that like I was capping. So
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I didn't even need to write it down because we're literally recording it. But you're walking down the street, feeling festive, looking at Christmas lights.
Yep, yep.
What song is playing in the background?
Of course, easy one. This Christmas, Donny Hathaway, that version.
Okay.
That's like the best Christmas song in my personal opinion. Chris Brown did a good version, but the Donny Hathaway one is just. I feel like there's so much in that song for me. I used to have home movies with me and my sister, and that song's like playing in the background. And we're just like doing like badass kids shit. But definitely this Christmas, Donny Hathaway for sure. So,
Okay.
what about you? What's the song you think is playing for you?
I am gonna just go with Mariah Carey.
Mm,
Um,
I know you were a basic. That's crazy.
yeah, you didn't know that?
No,
Yeah.
that's wild. That's wild. It's on your
I'm not
ancestry.
basic. I'm classic.
Ooh, I like. I'm gonna write that one down.
I saw that somewhere else, but I can't
Never
give
mind.
credit to the person because
I'm not gonna write it down.
They said if anybody, they said why are people trying to make it seem like basic is a
Mm.
bad thing? Like you could say that like because I like Starbucks, I'm basic, but like men like fantasy football, that's basic. Is that basic?
Mm.
No.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So they said next time someone calls you basic, say you're not basic, you're classic.
Classic.
So
I like this like the anniversary episode. Actually, I started this podcast a year ago, and it's gone through many different variations. And I'm just thankful that we finally got over the hump of 7 episodes. I forget what episode this is, what number. But we'll just say it's season 2, episode 1. Hey, we in this bitch. But no, I thank you though for coming along, Amelia. After we did her episode, she reached out to me and was like, "I like to talk," and I was like, "No, for real." And she wanted to do more, and
who knew?
yeah, who knew? I was like, yeah, let's do it. So you won't be here for all the episodes, I'm sure. Schedules.
Yeah.
She's going to school to be a doctor or something. Uh, Scheduling conflicts and stuff. I know. Actually, I'm doing one with Ryan Clifton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about wrestling. So I know you
Nice.
probably won't be here,
Yeah.
but we're gonna do one with Kelsey Lockhart, hopefully in the near future.
Yeah, dark web Kelsey.
Dark Web Kelsey. And speaking of the anniversary and things like that, as far as the way this episode and the future episodes are going to go, is I'm strictly putting this on the outside university pages. And just to talk a little bit about that, Outside University is this initiative that I'm trying to, not trying to, I am actively, leading the charge with, where we're taking content from people locally, small business owners, musicians, artists, all types of stuff, and we're just getting people together to share that content with, kind of like a network. And not only just sharing the content on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Twitter, because Outside University is on all those platforms. Just look it up. I'll tag it somewhere here. But also having the people available for not only support but actually making in-house content. So if you need someone to help make a skit, or you need models for this, or you need someone to do photography for that, it's going to be a way that we actually can all kind of work together and do things. I had like this trip I'm trying to plan too for the Poconos in February. Amelia can't come. But it's things like that where it's more like going to be workshops and go over the best practices of social media, and just really be that community that I think we all need, as far as sharing our content and our independent businesses and things like that. So be on the lookout for that. By the end of January, I have everything lined up. The website is in the works right now, so I'm actually really happy about that. And I'm not doing um, the Semi Music Factory page will still be up, but I'm taking a lot of that stuff, and I'm putting it onto Outside University. I didn't want to divide all of my different things. I just wanted to centralize it and put it in a place where it was easier to find. So uh, I think initially when I started like making music and things like that and doing some Music Factory, like I was doing that stuff at like a higher like volume. It was a lot more, but things changed, time changed. I think that the idea of the shirts and the shirts themselves have surpassed anything I did like musically. Not saying my music is bad, I think it's fucking phenomenal, but I think I'm just on a different space right now, and I think I've really found my calling with like making content and things like that. So it's now time for one of my favorite parts, and I should have took more notes on this, but we'll talk about real quick what we're watching right now, what we're listening to. I'll go first if you don't mind.
Okay.
Um, you said it like you mind.
Nope, don't mind.
Yeah, I think she might. I just finished season 6, Rick and Morty. Great show. I don't know if you ever watched it before. Doesn't really seem like your type.
No.
I'm almost done Atlanta. Season 4 of that. I think I have 4 or 5 episodes left. What did I just finish? Because I've been watching a lot of Christmas related like shows and then things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in that type of like mindset. I don't know what have you been watching?
Christmas, Harry Potter. For some reason, Harry Potter to me,
Well, Harry Potter is a Christmas movie.
yeah, but like why?
Well, I just want to turn this fan
I
off.
mean, yeah, they like the holidays,
Harry Potter is a Christmas movie though,
but why?
because there's that one scene I think where they're like on Christmas break or something.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really consider them Christmas movies, but they are like they are
They're
though.
Christmas movies though. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't you consider it a Christmas movie? It's not a movie about Christmas.
no.
But not all. This fan is like super loud. Um. Oh God.
I mean, Harry Potter is about like the wizarding world.
And Jesus Christ.
No.
And yes, it is.
Okay.
Harry is the second coming. It's all. It's pretty all. It's pretty much
And
all there.
Voldemort's like the devil.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, all the corny Christmas movies. I watched the new one with Lindsay Lohan.
I didn't know she was out acting still.
Yeah.
Good for her. Shout out Lindsay Lohan. Shout out the Parent Trap.
Yeah. Santa Clauses, like the show that came out on Disney.
Wait, a Santa Claus show?
Yeah.
Is Tim Allen in it?
Yeah.
What? I would say shout out to Tim Allen, but I think he has some really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
the Santa Claus is like
that's a classic.
a classic.
The first 2, I love the first 2. The third one wasn't even that bad.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I like the third one. I mean, obviously, I like the first one the best. It's my favorite. I like the third one because they're like in the North Pole all the time.
Yes,
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finnish Abbott and their season finale was a Christmas episode.
I do watch that mostly because Dre watches that,
Yeah.
but I like it.
I think it's funny.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's very funny.
Good. It is funny.
Shout out Quinta Brunson versus now.
Right now, I'm either watching like Christmas or True Crime.
Yeah, you love true crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm too afraid of those type of things.
Yeah.
So, have you listened to any new music or anything of interest, piquing your ears right now?
Obviously Drake dropped his album. I think in between this this
Yeah.
episode and last episode, so that.
Oh, yeah, we took a little hiatus. Yeah, definitely.
Um,
And that's a great album. A lot of replay value there. Her Loss. Pick it up in stores
yeah.
now.
I feel like I listen to like a lot of I recycle old music, and
Yeah.
that's
I
just what
mean,
I listen
what I'm
to.
listening to right now is all Christmas music, honestly.
Well, yeah,
I'm in that
yeah.
type of
I
vibes.
haven't been listening to it as much as I usually do. I will say that.
You said you tweeted you weren't in the Christmas spirit, and I was wondering if maybe.
Just not as much as I usually am. Maybe it's just because we're getting older. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, you're getting older, not me.
I also think I'm just so busy right now that I don't have a lot of time to
No.
do a lot of Christmassy things. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to.
Because you're being a very bad friend to me.
Oh,
You know what I mean? You
yeah,
treat me, um, you know, just not like a priority. So
yeah, you'll be all right.
thank you.
Thanks, kidding.
Yeah, as far as music for me, definitely the Drake 21 John. It's heady play for me. Uh, I love all the toxicity and the misogynistic lines. I'm kidding. Uh, some people around here dropped music recently. I know Sam Shep, he put some work out. Seth did. So shout out to them. Shout out to all my guys who are just holding down the music scene, doing their damn thing. I was on my boy Mizzle's project. I got to do some skits on that one. Shout out to Mizzle. You know, Smino, he dropped the album Love for Rent. That was a great album. But I'm kind of like you. I listen to like a lot of the old stuff, same stuff over and over again, and I don't know. I just like what I like, and for me, like music really has to be like it has to either be someone I know or like touch me. Pause. And in a way that I was like, yeah, I want to download this.
Yeah.
So we are here today talk about holidays, mainly Christmas, probably only Christmas, because I don't know anything about, I know you celebrate Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, but I don't know anything about any of those other
It's
holidays.
weird because even though I celebrate them, I actually don't know anything
Yeah, yeah.
about them.
Sometimes you just show up. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
lying about being proficient in Excel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel we'll talk about some traditions, and then we're gonna go into our holiday movie bracket after that. But me personally, I can't think of too many traditions that we really have. I know one that we always do. A lot of families probably do is we do watch A Christmas Story all fucking day for at least like 4 or 5 hours. Let it just run in the background while we're opening gifts. And we every year, my sister moved out. That's we're in a room now. Turn this into the closet. Um, we would pick someone would be Santa, and they give out the gifts, and that's how we do that. I don't think we do anything super crazy. It's usually always like an intimate affair, just like in my immediate family. We don't ever like go anywhere, or a lot of my family's all over the country. So I think we have it's an awesome Christmas, but it's not basic. It's classic. We have a classic Christmas.
I like that. Not basic.
Classic.
Classic. I mean, I actually feel the same. I don't have any really crazy traditions. Usually spend Christmas Eve with my immediate family. And then wake up Christmas morning. It gets later every year, as we get older. Because my youngest brother is now 19.
You had to think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, fun fact. He gave me a candle for my birthday what's your birthstone?
An emerald.
Emerald?
Yeah.
It had an emerald on it.
Yeah.
With for May because he thought that was my birthstone. Or he forgot.
Some brother.
Yeah.
What is your birthstone?
Diamond.
Oh, that's a big mix up.
I think he mixed up the months.
Yeah.
April met me. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Shout out to Anthony. Great name.
But anyways, yeah, so sorry that I had to think about his age for a second. I still knew it. As he's gotten older too, we wake up a little bit later.
What was the earliest you ever woke up?
Oh, like 5 a.m.
See, I don't know why. No offense to anybody that does that. I know our family does that. I don't want to wake up that early to open gifts. I know I'm gonna just crash right after.
That's what we would do, really. Or I mean, when I was young, I guess I probably wouldn't. I would just be so excited for the toys. But like, I'll wake up early, open presents. Usually, my mom will make breakfast, and then just kind of relax for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
that's what we usually do on Christmas Day. We don't really do much.
I think waking up right around like 8 is cool.
Well, yeah, now that's a good time.
You're not waking up at 5.
No, no. There was a time where I was out Christmas Eve, not out, but like not home. Yeah. And I came home. I probably could find the picture because I think I posted on like Twitter or something. And Anthony's literally, I hadn't gone to sleep. I came home and he was 5 in the morning. And he's sitting on his bed waiting for him to be allowed, I guess,
No,
downstairs.
no.
Yeah.
Instagram with some of the traditions where someone told me something called Christmas Adam, and I was, what the fuck is Christmas Adam? And they were like, well,
Never heard of that.
Adam and Eve, so Adam's before Eve, so it's the 23rd. I
Okay.
thought that shit was funny.
So they celebrate. They do
Yeah,
stuff
they would
on.
they would do stuff on the 23rd.
Okay.
Yeah. So another person told me they do the seven fishes. Which
I've heard of that.
Yeah, what I think they eat.
Italian.
Yeah, exactly, the big Italian thing. You know me, I'm super Italian.
Same.
Number one Guido over here.
Same. Snooky.
Some someone told me their parents used to put presents underneath their bed, and that was for the three wise men.
Okay.
And I was like, that's interesting. I would probably be freaked the fuck out. I'd probably be like, what the fuck's under my bed? But the
Yeah.
parents are always super sneaky with things. And I asked people about some of their, do you have any like really bad like Christmas memories at all?
The year I found out that Santa was not real
Okay, let's talk about
was
that.
tragic.
Yeah, and full disclaimer, not trying to sound like I'm the coolest person on earth here. I already was prior to this. I never believed in Santa Claus. I think it was just something. Uh, I'm not saying it's a race thing, but I just was. We wasn't fed that. You know what I mean? Like, so when people talk about drinking Ovaltine, we was drinking Nesquik. So it's like,
Can we say a cultural thing?
Maybe a cultural thing.
Yeah,
you know
I would agree with that though. From just talking to people, that is true. It's more of a
yeah.
Okay. 100% believed in Santa Claus. I was like, I had to be like 2 or 3 years old. My parents woke me up in the middle of the night. We're like, oh my God, Santa's here. Go downstairs. Santa's here. I have pictures with him. Like, and I was so young, but that memory stuck with me because I met Santa.
Yeah.
And I guess I just never really looked at the pictures. Like as I got older, I don't know. But after I found out that Santa was not real, I went back and I looked at these pictures, like in my grandmother's scrapbook, and it was very clearly my grandfather just dressed up as Santa. I saw the picture and
you were like, that's Papa.
Yeah. So
wait, how old were you when you found out he wasn't real?
Like 7.
Damn.
I used to argue with people, like on the bus. They would try to tell me, the older kids would try to tell me Santa wasn't real, and I would be like, yes, I met him. He's real. Like I would go hard arguing with these people.
I feel so bad for you.
And I remember, I'm not even gonna say his name. I know exactly who it is. He lived right behind me, and he said to me, look for your presents and you'll find them, and they'll say they're from Santa. And he was like, look under your parents' bed, in the closet, in the basement, all this stuff. So I went looking for them, and I found a bunch of presents in my mom's closet. They were covered up, but I was looking, like I was digging through stuff, found them. And then on Christmas morning, they were the same presents, so the same wrapping paper. So I was like, and then my mom, I think that my foster sister at the time told her I knew. I don't know, because she came to me and was like comforting me, and we both were crying. I was bawling my eyes out, and I'm like, how did you know that I knew? And she's like, I could just tell that you just were upset when I think that she told her, but because I wasn't going to tell my mom, because I didn't want her to know that I knew.
Damn, that was, even at 7 years old, you had the wherewithal to be like, you know what, my mom still wants this.
Yeah, I was devastated though. I wholeheartedly believed in Santa. I used to write Santa letters, and I used to be like, can you please give me a ride on your sleigh? Like, I just want a ride on the sleigh.
I feel so bad for you. And shout out to that kid over you was for, forcing you to grow up very fast. To go coincide with that, the reason I didn't think Santa Claus was real is because my mom used to take us, to shop for my dad's presents. And so it never really clicked to me. I wasn't a big Santa Claus kid. And I do remember one year, I was probably your age, I was probably like 7. And my dad asked me what he was getting for Christmas. And like, you being a kid, you just kind of want to just answer the question. And I told him, my mom was pissed. And I feel like I ruined Christmas. And that's probably like my worst Christmas memory. Or I actually have another one. But I knew Santa Claus wasn't real because of that. I was like, we're buying the gifts. The gifts never said from Santa. They always said from mom and dad.
Yeah,
To
mine said they said from Santa.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know a lot of kids they did say that, so I
yeah.
can see that, and I'm not trying to, hey, listen, our parents lied to us about a lot.
Well, people do say like, "Oh, that's traumatic. You're lying to your kids," but honestly, I feel like there's way worse
Yeah, there's way worse shit.
things. I was
Out
very
there.
sad that day,
Yeah,
but I'm all right.
yeah,
It's all right.
she's doing
I've
all
survived.
right.
I
Yeah,
still love Christmas,
yeah.
so
They didn't ruin your
yeah,
holiday spirit.
exactly.
I do remember one time. We're talking about some of the better Christmases. I think I was maybe in the 5th grade. I had gotten in trouble in school, but it was right before Christmas break. Um, we have, I'm sure you had these at your school, demerits. I got a demerit, and it was I want to say, it might have been my 3rd demerit. And when you get 3 demerits, you have to serve detention. I'm in 5th grade, and I'm like, fuck, like detention. Like, they're going to beat the black off me when I get home.
I never had detention before.
I had it once in high school, maybe twice, but that's a different day. I was a bad kid then. And it's literally the last day before break. Go on the bus. I get into this altercation with this girl. End up, being friends with the girl afterwards. Um, but I think she like stepped on my jacket, so I like stepped on hers or some shit like that. And like the teacher only caught me stepping on her jacket.
Of course.
And they sent me home with the demerit and everything. And they were like, when you come back, you have to serve that detention on that Monday. That would have been the 3rd or the 4th of like January. And coincidentally enough, it was a crazy snowstorm that year. And I don't know if you remember this. It's like 2002, 2003 maybe. It like snowed for like days
I
on
do
end.
remember.
Yeah, it was wild. So like we didn't go back to school.
Yeah.
I never had to serve that detention. Never told my parents about it. Like nothing. And I was
Wow.
I was the whole time over Christmas break. I'm like, oh man, like
that was Santa.
Yeah,
that was Santa.
That was Jesus.
That was
That was one of them.
That was a higher power, but
yeah. The whole time I had like this knot in my my throat the entire time. I'm like, should I tell my parents? But I don't want to ruin Christmas, or I don't want to ruin my Christmas. And that Christmas was lit that year. I got like all this wrestling stuff. I got like I think it was wrestling game. I got like so many wrestling toys, and I was just kind of like thinking about telling them. I never did. And thank God I did.
You tell them now? Like, do they know?
Nah, fuck no. There's other like dumb shit I did as a kid that I just never told them.
I feel like I told my parents all the. Maybe not all of it, but
actually, I'm gonna tell your parents all the stuff. Yeah, they don't know about all the other stuff. But I think that was a good one, or that was a bad one turned into a good one because of that. I think some of the best memories I do have is from those earlier years, and I was a big wrestling fan, so I remember one year they got me like all the wrestling like action figures, and I think the GameCube that just came out, they got me the silver GameCube, the wrestling game. And I just remember, I remember that Christmas particularly because I ate so much chocolate. I was like shitting chocolate for like 5 days straight. Like
don't you like not really like chocolate?
Not anymore. I think because of that
why.
reason.
Okay,
yeah,
that
like,
makes sense.
Yeah, we were like they had like Hershey Kisses by like the boxes, and I'm just like inhaling them. So that's why I don't really like chocolate anymore.
I forgot about a tradition. I think it's because we can't really do it this year. I've spent the past 10 Christmas Eves at Monica's.
Really?
Well, it started at her parents, and then when she got her house,
Damn.
10 Christmas Eves, and this year we can't. So we're gonna do Christmas Adam, I guess. We're doing Christmas Adam instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was over there the other day for like a little Friendsgiving, and I was like, we talked about how we couldn't do Christmas Eve, and I was like, we've done it for the past 10 years.
That's crazy. That's a good tradition.
So yeah, we're gonna do Christmas Adam.
We are officially taking Christmas Adam.
Yeah, thanks to whoever said that.
Thank you. I sent you some screenshots.
The Christmas movies?
Yes. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
The Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus?
Yeah, I would have to say the Santa Claus.
I'm going to go with... Because what it meant to me as a kid. Jingle All the Way.
Okay, I did always really love that movie. Yeah. And then I feel like I kind of forgot about it for a little bit. Yeah. And then like rediscovered it. And I was like, wow, I remember this.
Shout out to Sinbad. I think he had a stroke a year or two ago. He's recovering now. But love Sinbad growing up as a kid. He was in a movie called The First Kid as well. So when I got to see Jingle All the Way, I was like, holy shit. So I don't know the results.
Okay.
So I want you to tell me, what are the results? We had a Christmas King of the Ring bracket. Now we're going to break down from the Sweet 16, the Elite 8. It is the quarterfinals? Yeah, the quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the semifinals.
Yeah, I was kind of wrong person.
Yeah, I'll figure it out later. But I need to know what these movies are. So who won? And tell me the deficits. Like I need to know who got the most votes, who got the least. Like I need to know all that. So who won?
Like, all right, I didn't
Just
study this. So we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Bad Santa. How the Grinch Stole Christmas got 30 votes. Bad Santa got 6.
Wow. I just feel like people were very adamant about some of the pairings, so I just want to make it as hard as possible for people.
Yeah, it was they were hard.
Yeah,
they were hard. Like, of course, I love Home Alone, but I picked the second movie when you first did it because it's in New York.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I like that.
I didn't pick that one because Trump's in that one.
Oh.
Cancel each other out.
Yeah. The Santa Claus has 29 votes, and Four Christmases 7 votes.
Okay, that's Santa Claus, the first one, right?
Yeah. I need to know who likes Four Christmases before the classic Santa Claus. The Santa Claus.
King told me something about how King that Four Christmas is a funny movie. I've never seen it, but maybe I'll watch it.
Okay.
That's one with Vince Vaughn.
I have seen it, but I guess it's been a while. I'll rewatch it.
All right, let me know.
Christmas with the Cranks got 17 votes, and The Grinch got 18 votes. I think it was The Grinch, the animated movie.
Ooh, the newer one.
The newer one.
Okay, that's the one Tyler created a lot of the soundtrack for that one. Shout out to Tyler. The Grinch beating the Cranks. I love to see.
But that was a close one. 17-18. It didn't go all the way. 20 votes, and Die Hard 13 votes.
Let's go. And a lot of people don't know this, but Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Why?
Because it takes place during the Christmas time.
Okay.
Very Harry Potter-esque. So, shout out my boy Arnold.
So then why wasn't Harry Potter on this?
Because I'm a God-fearing Christian man, and I don't believe in wizardry.
The Christmas Story got 14 votes, and Elf got 20 votes.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, and this is probably a hot take. Not crazy about Elf.
Okay. I honestly feel like I never used to like it. And I don't even think it's not like my favorite Christmas movie and I watch it a million times, but like, to me at this point, it's kind of just like a classic, so I like it. Obviously,
I don't dislike it.
Obviously, A Christmas Story is like the top.
I think that's the one.
The classic, but like, for me, because it's on all damn Christmas, when I was a kid, I hated it.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, okay, I'll watch it, but it's not something that I get really excited about.
Amped up about.
Yeah.
Maybe Elf is taking over A Christmas Story's place in that space. They made a new Christmas Story too.
I saw that.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch
I saw that.
All right, Elf. Shout out to Will Ferrell.
Home Alone 17 votes. The Santa Claus 6 votes. Wow. And Friday After Next 12 votes.
All right, so Home Alone, is that the original Home Alone?
The original Home Alone, yes.
And I had to retroactively put Friday After Next in there. It's a Christmas movie.
It is.
And I thought somehow it'd be the dark horse, but it wasn't. And Home Alone is still whooping people's ass. So what is one more left?
2 more left.
Okay. This
Christmas 22 votes, and Scrooged 8 votes.
All right, Chris Brown.
I like the part of the movie where Regina King puts the baby oil in the bathroom and beats the shit out of her husband.
Wow. I've never seen it before, and I probably will.
What do you mean you've never seen it before? Never seen the Christmas?
No, I've never seen this Christmas.
What?
I don't know. It wasn't really my cup of tea.
What does that mean? If you've never seen it, how do you know that?
I used to be jealous of Chris Brown when I was younger. So, and I love him now, but like that time period, I was just like, I can't support.
You were jealous? Was he your competition?
I hate you so much. Everything. There's just so much hate in here. That's 8 though. That shouldn't be. Is one more after that?
Rudolph and Miracle on 34th Street.
I can't count.
Rudolph got 31 votes, and Miracle on 34th Street got 2 votes.
No one even watches that.
I have to agree with that.
No one even watches that.
What? Miracle on 34th Street?
I feel like I might have messed my math up.
Or maybe you sent me an extra one.
It's possible, but we're gonna break down the bracket and we'll do the Elite 8, and we'll fill that one up. And honestly, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I think the movie that's gonna win is probably gonna be Elf.
You think so?
Yeah.
Not Home Alone?
I think it might come down to those two.
Okay.
I do feel like, me personally, this is gonna be like, we're on the Elite 8 now. My final 4 will probably be Jingle All the Way, How the Grinch Stole Christmas along with Jim Carrey, Elf, and Home Alone. I feel like
I would say my main ones that I definitely do watch it, like probably when I start watching Christmas movies, like the Santa Claus,
Yeah.
All three of them really. I'll go through. The Grinch
Yeah.
with Jim Carrey.
I feel like I saw it in theaters.
And wait, what else did you just say?
I said, oh, Rudolph, he's drunk again.
The Grinch.
Too much
And
eggnog. Jingle All the Way, Home Alone.
Home Alone for sure.
Yeah.
All of them I watch. Yeah.
Home Alone's a fucking classic.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, so we'll put that bracket up real soon, real soon. As we come to a close up, me and you both used to work retail. So I used to hate Christmas. I don't know about you. Uh, it was rough because of Black Friday. Honestly, from November to like January was always tough. So when you used to work retail or you worked in hospitality before, how does that what I mean affect your Christmas and made you look at Christmas initially, or and then when you were in that era? Well,
Can we go on a commercial break?
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, call me crazy, but I actually did not hate that. It did not make
Really?
me hate the holidays at all. I would say the one thing I probably didn't like was um, waking up early
Yeah.
because like the stores would open at like
Fucking 12
the
o'clock.
one year I worked at Victoria's Secret from 2 a.m. I think it was 2 a.m. to like 10 a.m. And then I worked at BB from 11 a.m. till like close, like 8 or 9 at night.
Jeez, I think I did that before.
Yeah.
Um,
But it was like,
wow.
I don't know. I feel like I loved like the excitement and
Chaos, thriving. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I never hated it. I mean, I hated like trying to find parking and all like
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
was terrible. But other than that, I don't know. It didn't make me hate them all. It didn't make me hate Black Friday, the holidays, anything.
I think I had the opposite effect. I hated people, and I was just like dealing with some of the most annoying customers ever. They were pushy, they were entitled, and I think for a while I hated the holidays because I think it was a very busy season for a lot of jobs I was working. There was at one point in time where I did very similar to you. I think I opened at True Religion. I got there around 3:30. Um, I got off True Religion probably around 11 o'clock. Maybe probably 10 o'clock. I think I went over to Microsoft from 11 to uh,
That was probably like the same year.
yeah, I think it might have been the same
And
year.
we were literally like
Across
Victoria's Secret, and then it was like Microsoft,
right
and then it
there.
was like BB, and then it was True Religion.
Yes, right next. We were neighbors. I think Microsoft like 11 to like 7, and I think I closed at Oakley 7 to I think they might have wanted to open late that night, like 11
Yeah.
or some shit like that. So I was at the mall for like 18 hours. I remember me and my friend Chelsea, shout out to Chelsea McCoy, we would just be like not together, but we would go in the bathroom and just like not cry, but like just sit on the bathroom floor sometimes and just be like, yo, this is like crazy. Um, but once I got out of that, like the mall environment, I started like loving Christmas a lot more. I
Yeah.
think I got more excited about it. I think I was just being a negative Nancy through like bad experiences I had. But I had to ask you that because I know you're a Christmaser too. We're gonna end up wrapping up pretty soon, but this is my favorite time of the year. I think everyone's nicer. People are out of school. People are back from school. Your friends visiting, family visiting. People from all over the country coming back to their hometowns. So I love Christmas. I love the holiday season. From November to January, I think it's great. What's your favorite thing about this time of year? What does Christmas mean to you?
I would agree. People are nicer and happier. I know I'm happier
Yeah, which
around
is
the
a
holidays.
lot.
Yeah. Um, I feel what is my I mean, I love the lights and the decorations and the
Yes.
music, just this holiday spirit
Yes.
in general, I guess.
The
And
lights really do it for
yeah, just I I I just love walking around just seeing all like the trees and
me.
everything just lit up. It just makes me happy.
Yeah.
That's why I love to go to New York around Christmas
Yeah.
because that's everywhere. But it's everywhere anyways. Like everywhere you go is decorated and lit up a little bit extra, like restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
stores, everywhere. Um, so I would say that's my favorite part, just the whole Christmas spirit.
I like wrapping gifts. Although I'm awful at it.
I don't like wrapping gifts. I like to like pick out the wrapping paper and the bows and the ribbon and like make it look all aesthetically pleasing. But the actual
Yeah.
wrapping, I don't love that. Um, if I could just like pick out the stuff and then like It'd just be wrapped.
That'd be
I'd
perfect.
be
Yeah.
happy. Yeah. I do love picking out Christmas gifts though and giving people Christmas gifts.
I love seeing the look on someone's face. They're like, "Damn, you got me this shit."
Yeah,
Yeah.
which this year is gonna like my presence is a present
Oh, okay.
more than
I need
anything.
a gift receipt.
Like I love the excitement when you just
Hmm.
find out like the perfect gift to give somebody and then you get to give it to them
There you go.
and yeah, I don't know. Christmas just makes you feel like a little kid, like excited.
I think so too, and I think that's what I like about it the most. I agree with everything you said. I think my favorite thing is giving the gift to someone and just being like giving them something that they wanted or something that they needed, and being like, you know what, you deserve this, and we should definitely be in the Christmas period year round, but I do love that time where everyone is a little bit nicer and
Hmm.
things are just people understand are a little bit more understanding. Even like your job is kind of like, yo, for the next 2 weeks, we know you're not getting no fucking work done. I just love how everyone is just in a different mindset, even if it's only temporary. I think it's definitely noticeable,
Hmm.
and I'm a sucker for beautiful wrapping paper. And even if I don't even care what the gift is, I love opening gifts.
Yeah.
I think that's just like so cool.
The excitement
Yes,
of like not knowing and
yes,
then yeah.
we're so commercialized.
Yeah,
I love
right?
it. I don't even care.
Right?
Um, any closing words about the holidays before we part ways?
I'm telling people how I feel like they should be.
Yeah, tell
So
people. Yeah, tell them right there.
drink your water and mind your business. Like
Yes. Drink your water and
um
mind your fucking business.
I mean, yeah, just remember we are commercialized, but it
Yeah,
is about the giving and doing. I mean, you should do nice things for people all the time. I
yeah.
mean,
But especially this time.
yeah,
And I think one thing too, like you said, we are a little commercialized, but like if you don't like Christmas, that's a you thing. Like don't be that guy or that gal, that
yeah,
person who's just like shitting on Christmas because you don't like it. Like you don't have to like it.
yeah,
That's perfectly fine. But if I like it, don't be like, oh, it's a pagan holiday and things like,
yeah.
bro, like keep that shit to
Can we
yourself.
just like the surface level idea
Yeah,
of
can we
it?
just
Can we?
keep
I don't
that?
know. Maybe we can.
Yeah, and like say what you want. You
And
know,
be nice when you're shopping. Like, say excuse
yes,
me,
yeah.
and like watch where you're driving the parking lot.
Yeah, don't like you having to get a gift is not the most important thing in the world because everyone has to get a gift. So just be courteous to people that are helping you, that are serving you, that are I mean you're
Kelsey, just at
yeah
Target, saying people are arguing over a
yeah
parking
fighting in the
spot.
park. Like come on, man, this is not the time to do that. It's never the time to do it, especially now. Just be a little bit more compassionate. That's what I would say.
Yeah,
More compassion,
yeah.
and don't be a Scrooge or a
And give
Grinch.
back. Give back.
Yeah, give back.
In any way that you can. I mean, it doesn't have to
Your
be
time. It don't gotta
some
be money.
extravagant
Some clothes
thing.
you ain't wearing, some sneakers you ain't using. Donate it.
Yeah.
It's taking up space in your house. Give
Yeah.
back. Give that. I mean, I'm gonna tell my kids straight up, Santa Claus doesn't exist. And it's all mommy and daddy, and eventually they're gonna pay it back. So yeah. On that note, we'll wrap this up. Next time we'll be together, we'll have Kelsey Locker with us, hopefully, and we'll be talking about New Year's. We'll talk about some resolutions. So think about some
Yeah.
resolutions you may have
Okay.
now. I think I have some. One is definitely stop procrastinating. We'll talk about some New Year stuff. We'll do a year-end review of like the year. Or, like we'll talk about some hot shit. Maybe some music, some movies,
Okay.
current events, and then we're gonna get the lowdown from Kelsey about the dark web. So. You guys will hear this. It'll be Christmas time by the time you get to listen to this episode. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below to our page wherever this is at, and follow Outside University. And just like I said, don't be a dick. It's Christmas time. So take care. Bye.